Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, so guys, sit tight because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most explosive rumors we've seen in a long time regarding the Giants. It's about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the entire NFC East. And honestly, it's hard not to get excited about the possibilities. Word on the street, according to some well-connected insiders, is that the Cincinnati Bengals are seriously considering trading Ja'Marr Chase, the star wide receiver, to the New York Giants. And if this deal goes down, it might just be the kind of move that propels Big Blue into the championship conversation faster than we thought possible. Now, let's unpack this a little because it's not just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could have ripple effects across the league. The Bengals, currently sitting at a 3-6 record, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. After losing Joe Burrow to a shoulder setback, an injury that's kept him out for weeks, they're looking to reset and reload. Sources suggest that Cincinnati is willing to send Chase, a player who's been dazzling with his explosive plays, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The idea here is to free up around $15 million in cap space, money that they could invest in bolstering their defensive line with younger, more affordable talent. That's a smart move from a cap management perspective, especially when you're eyeing the future and trying to build around Burrow once he's back to full health. Cincinnati's odds of making the playoffs are currently sitting at plus 700, and their passing game has taken a noticeable hit, down by about 28% without an elite WR like Chase on the field. So, by trading Chase now, they're not necessarily giving up on this season, but rather, they're setting themselves up for a rebuild that could pay dividends down the road. Think of it like what the Vikings did last year when they traded Stefon Diggs. Sometimes, a reset can ignite a team's future. And with a high first-round pick in 2026, the Bengals are betting on accumulating assets to build a more balanced roster. But for us, the Giants fans, this is where it gets really interesting. The New York Giants, currently sitting at a 2-7 record, have been in full-blown rebuild mode. With the injury to Neighbors, who suffered an ACL tear and is out for the rest of the season, and other offensive struggles, the team is desperately seeking a WR1 who can step in immediately and help turn the offense around. And if Chase becomes available, he's the kind of player who could change everything. Imagine him lining up alongside Darius Slayton. Suddenly, our passing game gets a massive boost. Chase's ability to stretch the field and make big plays is exactly what the Giants need right now. His stats this season have been eye-popping. Up to Week 15, he's caught 42 passes for 612 yards and 5 touchdowns, averaging nearly 15 yards per reception. His yards after catch are impressive, at around 6.4 yards, and he's graded highly by PFF, sitting at 92. 8 for 2024. Chase's career numbers are equally impressive, over 800 yards and 35 touchdowns, with EPA per target of plus 0.51 and a YAC of 6. 4 yards. He's a deep threat with mastery over routes, deep mastery of about 45%, contested catches at 65%, making him a true vertical weapon. And let's not forget his explosiveness. Chances are he's the kind of X-factor that can turn a game on its head. He's proven he can dominate defenses with a drop rate of just 16% and an 80% success rate against man coverage. His ability to force mismatches reminds many of Randy Moss in his prime, and that's exactly the kind of threat the Giants could use to shake up their offense. Now, let's talk about the Bengals' perspective. They're in a bit of a tough spot financially, around $10 million in cap space, and they're prioritizing their offensive line to protect Burrow when he's back. The team struggles to run the ball effectively, averaging just 4 yards per carry, and some skeptics worry that trading Chase might take away an X-factor that could help them salvage the season. Their current projection is around 6-11, with odds of plus 10-0 to win the Super Bowl this year. They're stockpiling draft picks and trying to build for the future, much like the Eagles did with A.J. Brown in 2022, which initially hurt but ultimately paid off. But let's shift back to us, the Giants fans. If Chase joins Big Blue, he's an immediate game changer. His presence on the field would elevate our offense significantly. With Daniel Jones under center, adding a guy like Chase means the defense has to respect the deep ball, opening up lanes for Saquon Barkley in the run game, and giving our young receivers more room to operate. Chase's arrival would also boost our expected yards per pass by around 20% and improve our efficiency overall. His stats this season already surpass those of Hyatt, and his separation ability of 2.5 yards compared to Hyatt's 1.8 makes him a clear upgrade. To put this into perspective, Chase's yards per game would jump from average numbers like 58 yards to around 87, and his PFF grade of 92. 8 could help solidify a more potent, explosive offense. His big play ability, catches of 20 yards or more, could be the difference in tight games, especially in the NFC East, where every possession counts. The Giants' offensive line has struggled, ranking 29th in pass blocking, but Chase's ability to make contested catches and stretch defenses could alleviate some pressure, giving Daniel Jones more time and confidence. Looking ahead, the impact on playoff odds could be enormous. Currently, the Giants' chances are slim, probably below 10%, but adding Chase could boost those odds significantly. Think about how the Giants in 2014, with Odell Beckham Jr., changed the entire landscape of the NFC East. That kind of rebuild, accelerated by a player like Chase, could make the Giants a playoff team again this season, or at least set the stage for a deep run in the coming years. The betting odds could skyrocket from plus 25-0 to plus 8-0, and suddenly, the Giants are seen as real contenders, especially if Chase helps us turn close games into Ws. And of course, the ripple effect could shake up the entire NFC East. The Cowboys and Eagles are formidable, but if the Giants land Chase, it could tilt the balance of power. The Cowboys, with their stout defense and Dak Prescott, would have to be even more careful. The Eagles, with Jalen Hurts, might find a new challenge in our revamped defense. It's a game changer, folks, and it's exciting to think about the possibilities. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. Trades like this don't happen every day, and there's always risk involved. But from what we're hearing, this isn't just a pipe dream. The Giants have been looking for that big splash, that proven playmaker who can come in and immediately impact the game. Chase is that guy. And considering the current state of the team, the need for a WR1, and the potential cap savings for the Bengals, it's a perfect storm that could lead to a deal that benefits both sides. So I want you to think about it. Imagine Chase and the Giants' blue running routes, making those spectacular catches, lighting up the scoreboard. It's not just a fantasy. It's a real possibility that could define our season and beyond. The NFC East is about to get a lot more interesting, and the Giants could be at the forefront of that shakeup if this trade goes through. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe Chase would be the perfect fit for Big Blue? Are you excited about the possibility of adding such a dynamic playmaker? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. Remember, this is a fan community, and your voice is what makes it special. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Giants news. Because if this trade happens, it's going to be a game changer, and you won't want to miss it.